Well, hi guys. It's Monday. Really sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. I'm out here with Cole because yesterday was Sunday, but the weather wasn't nowhere near as nice. And I spent the whole day messing with the bug out trailer and messing with the, getting that together and dealing with that. And it was just the weather was too bad. Well, it wasn't too bad, but it was too cold. And I wanted to get something accomplished with that. So I spent the whole day doing that because I got up so late because I was so darn tired from working all week that I got up late and went and did what I could there. And it took me all day to do the little bit that I got done. And then Cole didn't get to go out at all yesterday. So today I just got off work and came, straight home. Well, I had to go to the post office because I had a letter from the court down in Florida. As you guys remember, or you may not remember, you may not have been watching my channel for that long, but I'll catch you up to speed. Over the past years, I've been trying to go to Florida to spend the winters in Florida and then come up to Michigan during the summer. I'm doing the summer. So I've made attempts to go down there 3 or 4 times, and I've taken the train down there and tried renting a car. That got to be too expensive. And then I tried staying down there in hotels and going down there and dealing with it that way, but that got too expensive. And finally I just drove my car down there so that we had to have transportation or whatever. As you guys remember, I drove down there. I had a Cadillac CTS, drove down there in the middle of winter when it was the biggest ice storm they ever had down there. I drove through that with that car and didn't have a problem at all because I had really good tires on that car. And got down there, drove through the worst ice storm imaginable. They had all the roads closed off. I made it through. Had to go on the off the main highway, the little small roads and whatever, and up hills and down hills and stuff through ice, and not a scratch. Get down there. After a couple of months down there, I ended up, what I did was I camped in my car. Since I couldn't comfortably live in the car because it was a Cadillac. It's a 4-door sedan, and at my 6'3" frame, there's no way I'm going to be comfortable in a car like that, sleeping in there. I tried that when I ended up going to the solar eclipse in 2017. So, and that didn't work out well. But so I took my tent with me. So I stayed in the tent in the campgrounds and went to work down there because I had a really good standing with the temp service. So I had plenty of work. I was able to work down there and come, back to the campground and stay in my tent at night and whatever. That was before I had Cole. I didn't have Cole with me then. But anyway, I ended up out driving one night on the highway, and somebody rear-ended me from the rear when I was driving and totaled my car. My Cadillac CTS, fully paid for, practically a brand new engine in it because the timing chain had broke, so they had to repair it. So they pretty much rebuilt the whole engine, so the thing ran like a dream. I mean, beautiful car, guys. Totally total, paid for. Didn't know a penny on it. Totaled, So there I am, stranded in Florida. My car is totaled, and I got no transportation to get to and from work. Of course, I had my bicycle with me, but of course my bike was on the bike rack on the back of the car, so it got destroyed too because I got rear-ended. So I was gonna rent a car, but just so happens at the time it was starting to be the spring break time for the kids to come down there for spring breaks. So I couldn't rent a car nowhere because there just wasn't a rental car to be found. And they were too expensive anyway. So I ended up getting a moving truck to come back in. So I came back in a moving truck. Just so happened that I had filed my taxes and my tax money was on my bank account. So I had plenty of money to make it back and to rent the truck. So I rented a rental truck and came back in a rental truck. And since where I was working at, we parked in the parking lot of a police station / Humane Society. And one day I wasn't working, so I went there just to check things out, just to check the animals out and look, at the dogs and everything. But if I wasn't planning on getting a dog, I just wanted to check it out. And that's when I met Cole there. And then I was like, no, I don't want a dog. I don't have room for a dog. I got things to do, So I left him there. They let me play with him for a little while. I killed the time and whatever. And we got along pretty good. But then I had to go. So I left him there and I came on. And they gave me a website to check on him to see if I wanted to adopt him or whatever, or to see if he's still there or whatever and everything. But I really didn't want it because I'm like, I'm not adopting a dog or whatever, I had no emotional attachment to him because I just saw him that one time. But I still checked in on him, every, couple of days just to see if somebody adopted him and everything. But I wasn't going to get him because, how you do something just knee jerk and whatever. I was like, well, I have to sleep on it first or whatever. But I didn't do it. But I kept checking every day. And he was still there, And the picture they had on the website of him, he looked so pitiful in that picture. And I'm like, poor thing's still there. Nobody wanted him, But when I had that accident, somebody ran to the back of me. I was like, you know what? Something good's got to come of this. So after I rented the truck and got to the, back to the campsite, and I had a storage unit where I kept all my camping gear and stuff in, and everything that I was able to salvage out of the car. I went to the storage unit, got all my stuff put in the moving truck, and then I got Cole, went to the Humane Society or the animal shelter, got Cole, adopted him for $40. I think it cost me $40 to adopt him. He had all his shots and everything. He was already spayed and neutered. They do that with all the dogs there because they want to keep the numbers down. So he was already taken care of in that aspect. And he had all his shots and everything up to date and everything. So that was another thing I didn't have to worry about. So went ahead and got Cole. And me and Cole came back in the moving truck. And we stopped at different campsites on the way back from Florida all the way to Michigan. We took our time. It was no rush. I had plenty of money because the stimulus check came through because it was the COVID. It was a year after the COVID, or right in the middle of the COVID. So there was a stimulus check in addition to my tax return money that I got. So I was pretty flush with money and whatever. So I was able to, splurge a little bit, stop at campsites and take my time coming back. And I had the truck for a week. I could bring it, I could take my time bringing it back. So I used every bit of that time. Me and Cole was able to bond on the road, and we, stopped at rest stops and camped out and chilled out all the way back to Michigan on a long road trip back to Michigan. So we got along good and everything. And Cole was pretty darn well trained. He pretty much obeyed me. I guess whoever had him before, I'm thinking the guy must have been a hunter or something that took Cole out in the woods a lot, and took him hunting and everything because he loves to go out in the woods. He loves to run out here and everything. See how he's up ahead of me there, running around because he knows these woods pretty good here. So anyway, we got back, and of course my girl wasn't too happy that I came back with a dog. but that's just the way it goes, you know. She never had a dog before, so that was a big deal, me coming back with him or whatever, because she didn't like dogs at all, you know. But since I'm the man of the house, and it's my house, you know, my rules prevail, you know. She spoils so much other stuff for me that I like to do because she doesn't like to do it. But Cole was something else, you know, something I needed, you know. So she learned to deal with it or whatever, and it worked out. She pretty much likes Cole now. She's still scared to death of him, but she accepts it, you know. She's a trooper like that. And I made a good choice when it came to her, because anybody else, you know, with her fear of dogs, the way she is, probably would have left me. But that'd be almost as bad as coming home with a kid. You know, guess what? I got a long lost son, you know. Anyway, came back with Cole, and now turned out the guy that hit me was on a very rampage that night. He was driving erratically down the road and everything. He ran into me, ran me off the road. There was a guy on the motorcycle. He after he hit me, he went back on the road, the opposite direction, and ran a guy on the motorcycle off the road. Turned out he was okay. He just had a few scratches and bruises or whatever. But the police had to chase him down, and when they finally caught him, they had to tase him because he was resisting arrest. This guy was on a rampage. He was, you know, it was a crazy mess and whatever. So they've had court dates for him a couple of times, but they canceled it and rescheduled it. But this letter I got is a subpoena for me to come, you know, to court to testify of what he did and everything. I made a video about it. If you guys got the time to dig up my videos, my old videos or whatever, the whole thing is right on the video or whatever. The trip to the police station, the trip to the back to work and everything that day, all that is on my videos or whatever. I got over 1,000 videos on this YouTube or whatever. So the whole thing happened to me getting the rental truck and coming all the way back to Michigan in the rental truck with Cole. That's all in my old videos there, if you go back and look at it, whatever. Some of you, if you watch my video for a long time, you remember all that stuff or whatever. But if you don't, and you haven't been watching my videos for a long time, go back through them and you'll see it, whatever. I got some footage of me being in Florida, walking on the beach and everything, and the times I did go. You know, there's a lot of stuff in my old videos back that you guys can go back and check out and whatever. So, but anyway, I got back to Michigan. I got this truck I got now, and I hooked it up because the experience of going to the solar eclipse, you know, and ended up in the car, and it wasn't fun. And going down to Florida, you know, and my car getting destroyed, and having to come back and whatever. So now I got my truck and I got my bug out trailer, and I'm gonna try it again next year. But now with this situation with the subpoena, I got an excuse to go to Florida now, guys. So I may be going to Florida by the end of this month, you know, using that as an excuse. Now they do have where they can do it through Zoom and whatever, but I'm gonna tell them, look, I will come down there. I don't care, at my own expense. You know, I got a legitimate excuse to get off work and still have my job when I come back. You think I'm not gonna take advantage of that? You know, that guy needs to be punished for what he did, you know, and I think these 2 years, he's probably been locked up the whole time, or he's had this thing hanging over his head all that time. You know, I think he suffered enough. But he could have killed me. He could have killed me. He could have killed those that guy on the motorcycle, and any number of other people that were on the freeway that night when he did his, you know, rampage through the on the highway. But anyway, that's about the gist of it. So anyway, I called them, I left a message and everything or whatever. But like I say, I got the official letter from the court, you know, so I can get that to my human resources department, and I'll tell them that I don't know how long it's gonna be, you know, it could be a month or 2 months or whatever, but I can get my truck together and take off down there and stay down there for a couple of weeks or whatever, take Cole with me, go to court and show up for their little thing, get a paper from them saying that I attended, and then come back and be able to go back to work again, you know, after a nice little vacation. I'll make out of it. So we'll see if that works out, you know, hopefully it will, you know, so we'll just have to see, guys. So if that works out like that, then that will be good. That will be really good. We're gonna see. But I don't know for sure but they've postponed it and canceled it and rescheduled it again, you know, 3 or 4 times. I never brought it up before because I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, and financially I wasn't able to swing it. But now with all these hours I've been working, and I got things pretty much together, bill-wise, paid at home and everything, and I got a little money saved up, you know, that I haven't spent up on building the bug out camper. I don't think it's ready to do a 1,000-mile trip down to Florida, but it's in pretty good shape or whatever. It's not finished yet, whatever. But the truck is ready to go. The truck will make the trip. I can go down there and stay on campsites and whatever, you know, while I'm down there, make a trip of it or whatever, you know. So we'll see. There'll be some good footage or whatever if I can do that. And just so happens that it's the middle of winter too, you know, so we'll have some good weather down there. You know, we've been having good weather here, but this is a fluke, guys. This is not normal. You know, I should be tracking through, you know, at least 6 inches of snow right now. This ground should be covered with snow right now, and I shouldn't see the ground for another month, you know, because it should snow on top of the snow that's down, and then snow again, and then melt again or halfway, and then snow again, and this ground should be completely covered with snow until May here in Michigan. But you know, we got, you know, this freak weather this winter, you know, and it's been pretty nice a few days or whatever, so we've been lucky. But you know, I still rather be in Florida. Still been cold here, and but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm rambling on, but we'll see what happens. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I called the people, and they had me waiting online with their music playing forever. They finally got on and talked to me, and told me I had to go to another department and whatever. And I left a message, and so they'll be contacting me and telling me what's going on, and we'll just see what's going on. We'll see what happens with that or whatever. I definitely want to use that as an excuse to go to Florida, to get out of this cold weather, to get away from that job for a couple of weeks. You know, I need a vacation. You know, I wouldn't have no problem finding work down there if I get down there. I'm still in good standing with the temp service that I work for. They don't pay much money, but I don't need much money to stay in a campsite down there in Florida with Cole. You know, go to work and hang out there or whatever. I mean, it's doable, but we'll see. We'll see. Just stay tuned for that. You know, keep your fingers crossed. You know, it hasn't happened the last couple of times. You know, they said it, but we'll see what happens this time. So they may postpone it again, I don't know. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But anyway, we'll see. But still, in April, the solar eclipse, definitely gonna do that. You know, definitely gonna do that. Hopefully I'll have the bug out trailer finished by then, and have the truck gone through, make sure it's in tip-top running condition, maybe get some new tires or whatever, and take off and do that. That's definitely gonna happen. You know, I have to rent a vehicle to do it. I don't care. That's gonna happen because I saw the 2017 eclipse, and it was awesome. I was able to see it in totality, and I want to see this one as well. So that's important to me to see that. But anyway, we're almost back to the truck. Cole is up ahead of me there. I see him up there looking back at me, making sure I'm coming. And we're not too far from home, so once we get back, and it's getting kind of chilly. Even though the sun is up, the sun is not warm. There's a gentle breeze, but the breeze is kind of crisp, kind of chilly breeze. You see those leaves moving on that bush right there. You know, it's not really all that. It's not windy enough to make the branches on the trees up there move, but it's enough to make these flutter. And it's a cold breeze. You know, so it got nice today earlier when the sun was up high, but as it goes down, it gets cold really fast because of the angle of the sun in the sky. You know, we're not getting the full rays of it because it's winter. And where did Cole go? He's over there. I'm going this way. He'll catch up with me. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, don't forget, guys, thumbs up. I need everyone I can get. All right, talk to you later. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching.